where do you think you've grown, like, as a person? What have you learned about yourself through this rookie year?
I'm a bucket.
His ability to make shots. He's been doing this for quite a long time now.
I just need to stay confident in myself.
It's Jalen Green. He's always been a confident kid ever since we all started watching him. And
good, YouTube? We back, and yes, it feels like forever since I've said that, and it has been. I've missed you, and I hope that you guys have missed me too. As you guys can see in the title, we're talking about the Houston Rockets today because I just went to another Rockets game against the Timberwolves a few days ago, and I just have to say I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I think that the future of this team is very, very bright. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and like it up, go ahead and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the Rockets' future and which teams I should be talking about next. But anyways, guys, let's get straight into it. Obviously, you guys know that the Rockets are probably the worst team currently in the NBA. But hey, man, look at that backcourt. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be ending up with a top 5 pick, hopefully. And we could possibly be picking up a guy like Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith, or Paolo Banchero. Like, coincidentally, they're all power forwards, which is a position of need for this team. Now, I'm not gonna come up on here and just gas up my team. I do see some flaws, but some positives in this team. So let's just get down with some of my top players of the future for this team and some of the bad. I mean, starting off with the bad, you guys already know John Wall is a part of that bad. It's not that John Wall is a terrible player. It's just that I am so happy that he didn't play this season because the growth of this team, and honestly, the old players on this team all fall into this bad category, except for Eric Gordon partially. But players like John Wall, Christian Wood, those players who take away from young core that we are building definitely did not help us this year. We were always going to be a bad team, and I feel like management should have just went all in on us being bad, not keeping around players who are going to be taking away shots. And Stephen Silas also hurt us early on by not allowing our top draft pick to actually get touches. Without those older veterans taking up those minutes, like, guys, earlier on in the season, I was saying, why is Eric Gordon playing so much minutes when Josh Christopher, our late first round pick, isn't getting any tips? That was definitely a problem that I was seeing. But yeah, guys, the youth movement so far looks really good. And some of my favorite players on this team, of course, we got Jalen Green, the 2nd overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. And like I said in my video, I've been gassing up Jalen Green for years. I am so happy with Jalen Green, showing that he is the best scorer in that draft class. 5 straight 30-point games. The beginning of this season, he was very passive. He was learning the game. Silas was trying to turn him into like a spot-up shooter, and I feel like now he's feeling, I mean, literally, he walked up a few days ago and said, I'm a bucket, and he's definitely right about that. I think that Jalen Green has the potential to be one of the best players in the NBA, and that's just not me being a fan of him. If you watch him play, you can definitely see that he has all of the intangibles to be great. Another amazing player on this team, who's actually the youngest player on this team, is our boy Sengun. Hey, man, when Christian Wood and Daniel Theis was taking up minutes earlier on this season, your boy was heated because, look, Alperen, people were saying before last year's draft, he could be this draft's Jokic, the foreign player who can come in, play, make, and do everything right. And I think that AP, he's really good. He is a really high basketball IQ, and Buddy can barely communicate with his teammates, and he's still making the right plays all the time. I love his game, and I think that his potential as well. This dude could end up being a multiple-time all-star if developed correctly. And I can't wait to see what the Rockets do with the duo of AP and Jalen Green. It's gonna be fire. The 3rd player on this team that I'm loving is Josh Christopher. I mean, I said it before the draft. I was saying that, yo, Josh Christopher is gonna be a steal. And then it turns out he fell to my team a few weeks later on. And I love what I see out of Josh Christopher every time I see him play. Even when this dude has a bad game, he's giving it his all on both sides of the court. And we just saw him and Jalen Green have 30 against the Timberwolves, the first 2 rookies to ever do that on the same team. One of our bigger flaws is that all of our top players, majority of them are all guards, between Green, Christopher, and of course, Kevin Porter Jr. I like Kevin Porter Jr. so much. I'm not as high on him as other Rockets fans because I can actually be content about it. I like him for what he could be if he stayed in the role of just being a scorer. He is not a good point guard, in my opinion. The eye test goes so much further than the actual production. If you see Kevin Porter Jr. play, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy is a bucket. When you look at the production, I don't think that he should be our starting point guard. And seeing how Jalen Green is our shooting guard of the future, either I think Jalen Green should more so play that point guard, combo guard role, or honestly, I see Kevin Porter Jr. more so as a Jordan Clarkson type player, somebody who can definitely get off 30 points given free reign, but he might not do it in the most consistent way. I'm not too sure about some of the mental aspects of Kevin Porter Jr. because obviously we've seen some of the outbursts, the leaving the game during halftime stuff, and that's just in Houston. Some of the stuff in Cleveland and some of the stuff at USC is concerning because this year the Rockets should not give him a max contract. Heck no, $30 million, $20 million. I think that paying him in the realm of 10 to 15 would be the most fair offer, which I hope that they can come to an agreement with. Of course, this team has a lot of other young, amazing players like KJ Martin. I love him. Deshaun Nix, Usman Garba. This team has a lot of young talent to where if they are developed correctly, could really excel. And Steven Silas, I really hope that he's that guy. I really don't want to rush this rebuild because normally that never works out. I want this team to actually develop and become better and better over time. And I'm not talking about the Harden years, but we could turn into one of those fringe playoff teams and then we can actually go from there. This team has so much potential, and just looking at this team's future in the future of the NBA in general, I'm very excited. I mean, we look at the Memphis Grizzlies this year. They came out of nowhere, and I think that Houston in a few seasons, we could possibly be one of those teams. All we really got to do is add more defensive players to this team and just grow the young talent we already have and add in those defensive pieces. We could be scared. But anyways, guys, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think about the Houston Rockets in the comment section below, who they should be drafting, their future, and who we should talk about next. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching this video. More bangers on the way, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, y'all.